Hi everybody, Kevin here. We are back with another deck profile. Excuse the noise in the background. My neighbors are being crazy right now. I guess they decided at the time of this recording, the evening, to suddenly start doing some cleaning the front lawn. I don't know why they want to do it at night, but here we are. So please excuse the background noise. Hopefully my mic doesn't pick it up on it. But we're gonna talk about my deck list for the new type challenge. So by the time of this recording, the event should have already gone on, but I just figured I'll reveal what I was playing, or what I will be playing, I guess. So maybe you can have some ideas and whether or not it will work out for you in case your new type challenge is like happening much later. I will preface and say that this has been undergoing a lot of testing here and there, theory, mostly just like messing around with locals. So it's not exactly something I would say like, oh, I put in 500 hours in the lab. More or less, it was just me messing around locals, going like 2-1, occasionally going like 1-2 here and there, just depending on the day. But I would say consistently it goes like 2-1, more or less, right? So I'll go over a deck list and why I'm playing certain reasons. So it is Cyber-Newtype ping, kind of. At the time of recording, again, excuse my neighbor, and also at the time of recording, there was another deck list out there, I believe, at top. I'll shout them out in the editing process right now, but shout out to them because I guess me and them also had similar ideas regarding how to deal with meta. Mostly, my meta is basically just Wing Zero people like topping consistently. So I figured for the new type challenge, people are either going to try to counter that or just go with meta. To me, initially when I started playing this game, it was like Xeon Rush. Xeon Rush doesn't really have enough, I think, consistency to have enough grind game for you to like consistently win against green white Wing Zero, because if you don't beat them by like turn 6, you probably lose because they're going to do the drop and you lose anyways. And also a lot of their units are really big body, and even with char shenanigans like high maneuver, you're not really going to have enough consistent things to beat over their blockers and stuff like that, right? So I pivot from that to unicorn blockers. Unicorn blockers I think is also another alternative option, but it seems very boring to play, where like matches go on for so long. I don't really want to deal with that. And anyways, like since it's kind of like a late game kind of deck, might as well just play Wing Zero, where your lines of play are much more easier to navigate as well, right? Because for blockers, obviously you have to deal with understanding which one to block, which one to not to block, when to take the hit so you get the card, etc., stuff like that. So I decided to play like Cyber-Newtype ping, but we know the idea for Cyber-Newtype ping, unfortunately, is that it basically auto loses to Wing Zero at a certain point, because you're on the clock and you don't get it enough in time. If you go wide, for example, you're able to bop it, and really the only threatening units that you have anyway is like Kshatriya, and maybe hopefully if you have a Banshee destroyer mode that's able to do the double attack thing with first strike for free, so you get rid of 2 for 1. Maybe, but there's so many conditions for you to have happen to be able to have 12 cards in the graveyard by the time that happens. So I decided, you know what, we're gonna pivot to like a Cyber-Newtype ping, where we want to ping and get value out of your units, and also go wide through like Guntank and stuff like that, but also have an extreme late game situation. So we'll go over deck list. So of course we're playing 4 copies of Guntank. I think it's self-explanatory. I'm gonna move the mic slightly out of the way so you can like see more better quality. Hopefully you can see it. Excuse the shadow, new lighting. But for Guntank, I think it's very obvious why we play for Guntank. You're able to ping, you got a body on board, and then depending on what you ping, you also can trade into like, you know, your GMs or annoying stuff like that. So that's why we play 4. Always play 4. This ping. I play 4 Zaku Mariner. You'll see why. But basically another 1 drop right body. We play 1 GM, and then we play 1 Zee Zulu. What is Zee Zulu? Zee Zulu is able to get +2 AP if you're attacking the enemy player. Yes, it is a 2 drop. To be honest, you could probably play another GM instead, but I decided to play the Zee Zulu, which I'll zoom in so maybe you can see a little bit better. So we'll play Zee Zulu because it being a +2 means that it will gain 4. And because it gains 4, that means that if your opponent decides to block with like a, you know, Lefrif or whatever, then it's able to trade effectively with that. Since it's going to be like turn 3 for them to play it, you can technically play this 1 turn earlier, so you get ready for that. That's why I play 1 of that. If it comes up, it comes up. It doesn't, then, you know, whatever. It's also, again, a Xeon unit, so you can play it with another card, which obviously will, I'm teasing, but you know probably what it is. We played 3 ReZEL. Could play a 4th one. Could totally play a 4th one if you take out the Zee Zulu. Zee Zulu honestly is like the spot card, like the tech card. Whatever you want to play, you can play whatever. But I just choose that. It comes up every once in a while when I draw it. But there you go. We play 2 Guncannon. You're wondering why, Kevin, do you play that? Because remember, turn 3, you want to be able to hopefully rest annoying blockers like Zorwar, or even more aggro strategies like around my neck of the woods where they play like 1 drop. So you're able to rest them, get value out of it, get it for free. There you go. Then finally play 4 Anksha. Same deal with Guntank. We just ping, we get it. We can ping 2 on this turn 4. We play 2 Kshatriya. As we're playing Marida, Cyber-Newtype ping, we get it. Big body, able to play it effectively on turn 4. You have Marida as well, stuff like that. We play 1 Banshee, Unicorn mode. Very similar reasoning to the Guncannon, where you're able to rest units that are 3 or less HP. So that can be like a ReZEL, that can be, I don't know, an opponent's Guntank, right? Stuff like that. It does come up, and I do want things to rest because then that will prevent you from getting rushed by aggro strategies, right? So this kind of like covers almost everything. Not necessarily like very well, but it is an option there. So we only play 1. We know that we play 4 Kshatriya, of course. Incredible card, able to ping for damage, right? You attack shields, you ping an enemy unit. Especially if it's like some kind of Zorwar or something with like 2 health left. There you go, ping it, easy peasy. We play the 4. Excuse me, the 2 Banshee Destroy mode. We know what it does. Linked with Marida, able to recycle cards, first strike, double turn if you have 12 cards in your graveyard. So that's great, of course. 2 for 1. Finally, we play 4 Sinanju. Aside from Sinanju being basically one of my favorite mobile suits of all time, I know most of you can see the camera, but I do have incredible master grade Sinanju that I'm very proud of. Love Sinanju. It's probably my, honestly, if I had to really think about it, it's either Tall Gates or Sinanju is like my favorite mobile suits of all time. I have so many Sinanju. I will totally love to spend a day just talking about how much I love this mobile suit. But the card obviously is very good as well. If you don't know what it does have high maneuver, right? During pair, so technically you could pair it with like Marida and then the other pilot that we're going to play as well. But the other effect is that if you do damage to an enemy shield area, you'll be able to choose 1 unit and ping 2 for it. Ooh! So ideally the play is that you ping, hopefully with your Guncannon or whatever, and then you're able to ping with Marida, because remember it doesn't matter if it's rested or not, and then Nanju's able to ping for 2 more. So on a turn, hypothetically, you could be able to ping 4 health for like 1 unit. So 4 is not like a, you know, it's not like a little, but it's not a lot either. You know, it's not a lot, but it's not a little either. So you can ping like your enemy blockers, for example, like Sword Strike. You can ping the Aerial Strikes or whatever other annoying monsters or units that you want to come across. And remember, that effect doesn't matter if it's rested or not, which is very important as well. So, you know, attack shield, put pressure on your opponent, because that's kind of the struggle I have when I'm playing against, you know, late game kind of decks like Unicorn Freedom blockers or Wing Zero blockers, where they have blockers on, you put this on, you do damage to your shield, and now they have to deal with this at some point, right? And also, obviously, since it's like higher level, then it doesn't suffer from the Wing Zero drop, which is like the worst part of any deck. So those are the units. Next we play pilots. Here's 3 Sayla. No, I'm not playing Sayla because I just happen to have 3 of the different arts, but rather because, excuse the noise in the background, we're playing 3 Sayla because, number 1, I figured that if you are going to play Amuro, then you probably would play Gundam, like Grandpa Gundam, and that whole little package, but we just don't have room. So I decided, you know, we need another pilot that's different from Marida and obviously full frontal. So I'm like, no, the only really option left is Sayla. And so Sayla, remember that if she's paired with a blue unit, then she's able to have repair 1. So that does come up, especially if you're playing some kind of mirror match, where your ReZELs, for example, you can link it up with that. That becomes like a 5/4. And then if it does damage to it, you can at least repair 1, and then your opponent's pinging it won't really affect your unit too much. Other than that, I mean, it's a level 3, so by turn 3, you'll have a Guncannon with Sayla. Guncannon with Sayla on turn 3 is amazing to me, because the value of that being able to rest stuff, and then also get free repair. Because remember, Guncannon is able to repair 1, and then Sayla is able to repair 1, so you get it for free. Like a mini Gundam, in a sense. So I didn't really want to play Gundam, because then if you play Gundam, you have to play Amuro. I just don't have room. Yeah, and I felt like I had too little units in the early game, initial stages. So that's why we played 3 Sayla. Obviously, up to you. And then, of course, we play 4 Marida. Very standard, right? We all know what she does. Amazing card. And then we play 3 full frontal. There we go. I like to put my pilots between 9 and 11, right? Around that ratio, more or less. Like 10 to me seems like a sweet spot. 8 seems too little to me personally, but I think 10 is the good amount, right? Also, remember the stats are very good, so it's basically like Banshee. And then also having the extra special summon effect when paired, it may come up because we do play a lot of Xeon units in the sense of like Kshatriya, we play Zee Zulu, right? The Becker Mariners, those stuff might come up, so there we go. We play those pilots. We played 3 Vesalius. We know it does increase AP, we get it. And then 1 white base because you're able to generate tokens from your basically your resources that are not used. And occasionally, because of all the weird ratios, you might have like 2 random resources and like in your hand you have 3 costs, 4 costs, etc. So it might be better to just get like a token, so that's the option there. And then finally, command cards we play for short resolve. That's it. I'm not playing Battle of Aces or close combat. I'm sure I could take out 2 resolves to play like those additional command cards, but I just never felt the need in testing. So I will have to mention that I did see, again, like I mentioned in the winning deck list, they were playing Shamblo. I found Shamblo to be way too slow, and I think way too almost situational in the sense of like, if you're playing against like some kind of aggro matchup, then 9 out of 10 times that's not going to really help you at all. I'd rather just rely on Sinanju because Sinanju can just take out most annoying things that are like high HP, like for example Wing Zero and stuff like that anyways. And it being high maneuver means that it won't be able to block from annoying blocker like Freedom Gundam, stuff like that as well. So I think it's easier to deal with that and get cheap shots from your Sinanju than just relying on like a Shambler, which is like turn 8. That's really high, and also the cost is too much for me personally. But I get it as well. And also I have to probably admit that I also was testing the unicorn version, where instead of playing Sinanju, you play like Banshee, and then Banshee with unicorn, you get the free unicorn basically from turn 6 or 7 or turn 5, right? For free, like the destroy mode, and obviously that's very good. However, the problem with that is that if you destroy it and add Banshee back to hand, unfortunately by that time you have no more resources. So really, you only play that on like turn 6. Because there's no reason for you to do that. It might get rested, it might get bopped, all that annoying stuff like that. So, I mean, obviously the benefit of that is you're able to get draws and then get into your good cards. But I feel that, I mean, it's probably better overall. I'm just be honest. The only reason why I'm not playing it is because I only have 1 copies, like 1 set of unicorns, and I don't want to switch around from my Freedom Blockers deck that I like, you know, loan out to buddies and stuff like that. So that's why I'm playing with Sinanju. That's what we have. Personally, I love Sinanju, so if there's any excuse for me to play it, I will. Hopefully this deck list is useful to you. Hopefully I did okay. If I played, will I play? So good luck to y'all in the new type challenge. It's very annoying. I doubt I'm gonna get in anyways because like there's a giant waiting list, and I believe they're doing a lottery. So I don't even think I'm gonna be able to play. But I just want to put this out there in case you have any ideas or discussion. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, sub, all that fun stuff. Oh my god, my neighbors are going crazy. But anyways, bye bye. See ya. See ya. Good luck.